Welcome to the Front Three podcast with myself, Big Will, Coach Dan, and of course the prodigy himself, AJ. We're back.
Here we are, baby.
Talking football.
As always.
What else is good?
Arsenal being top of the tree. Does anyone disagree? No, thank you. Let's move on. So, guys, from me to you, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe on all of our content. Guys, let us know how you're feeling. Do you like our new setup? What are you thinking about my hair? You know, should Coach Dan grow a beard like me and Big Will? Let us know in the comments, guys.
Coach, any?
No, not really. I'm ready to dive in.
I like it. I like how you use the word dive in because we're doing a deep dive today on PSG. So I just want to read this from ESPN. So this is from Julien Laurent, who was on our podcast a few years ago. So he says about PSG, he says, this is a team with no cohesion, no connection between players, no pattern of play, no movement, and no desire. They will still win games because they have the individual talent to make a difference, but that's it. PSG.
No movement's a lie because we see the way Mbappe moves.
We
see the way
Messi.
Neymar moves.
Does Messi move at all?
Well, no. Well, that dirty flirter. dirty flirter. He knows what he's doing. But look, the issue with this is nothing new. This has always been PSG. So for me, you're not telling me anything new. It doesn't surprise me, doesn't shock me. You're just, oh, okay. Where do we go from here? And that's the question for PSG. Where do you go from here? You know, since their influx of investment and stuff, you know, the goal has always been PSG to win the Champions League. They've come close and haven't come close. Do you know what I mean? The Farmers League, you know, they win that by a mile every year. You know, so the question now is, with all these, you know, lucrative contracts, all these big stars that they attract, what are they doing? They've gotten rid of managers. It's like something is not clicking at PSG. So where do we go from here? Mbappe signed that bumper deal staying. There are rumours of them trying to offload Neymar. Neymar then came out and said, you know, he wants to stay at PSG. Why wouldn't you want to stay at PSG? Lifestyle's great, money's great.
And he doesn't have to play.
And
exactly.
the private jet runs all the time, which is great. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, of course, they attracted Messi, and you thought, oh, this could be, you know, but then with the Messi thing, has it worked? Has it not worked? But the sounds of it, with the way Barca are chanting his name in the 10th minute last night in El Clasico, it's not worked and he's going home. So PSG, they've got, do you know what, PSG have got to make a resolve, okay? It's either going to be Mbappe, you're our main man, with all the millions we're paying you, you're our main man, we're going to build a team around you, a team that is fixed just for you, a team that plays for you, with you, around you, whatever you want to call it, and you're our golden boy, yeah? Or we're going to keep on signing superstars every year and try and place our hope in individual brilliance to win us that coveted Champions League where we've never been close, we've never attained. So they've got to make a decision. What route are we going down? Because clearly this signing superstars, blah, 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 it's not worked. Otherwise, they would have won a Champions League, and we'd be talking about them as one of the biggest teams in Europe. But right now, can we really call them that? Can't.
So is it time they break from this mold, this sort of French Madrid kind of
Galactical-esque kind of vibe?
Yeah, and should they go a different route in terms of their recruitment, philosophy regarding managers? What's your thoughts on it?
It didn't work for Real Madrid. It's not going to work for these guys. I think we could have stopped it after you read from Julian, the French expert. I think we could have just stopped the episode from there. Look, ultimately, PSG don't have an identity. You guys are Arsenal Football Club, yeah? And things have transpired how Arteta come in and they had a clear plan. The plan is this way we want to be in 2 years, this way we hope to be in 3, in 4, in 5. That is a plan, right? And for year 1, these are the players we should attract to the club. By year 3, when we're in the Champions League, these are the players we're now going for. That is a plan, right? And then you build towards that. And the people that are in the club, they know this is what we're trying to do. We give the manager confidence, finish 8th, wherever it was, right? Missed it out on top 5, or top 4, sorry. Yeah. But we still stick with him because we have a plan. After the duration of whatever the plan is supposed to be achieved in, if it's not worked, we let him go. We bring someone new in. This team win their league. Their manager doesn't go past the quarterfinal. you've shown us what you can show us. Let's go.
Yeah.
Short-termism.
It can't work, guys. It can't work. I'm just trying to remember. Chelsea's going away with it where they just change the manager and manage to win the Champions League here and there. But a lot of other teams don't do that. That's just not
That's an anomaly.
That's not the norm. No.
Exactly. And Chelsea done that, not having superstars. Chelsea don't really have superstars when they have won it.
No.
Right? They've had very solid block teams, right, with workhorses in there that have managed to see them past the line. You think about when they had a team of Mata, Drogba, and they went and won it. That was a very good team, but they are quality plus they were a team. They've got great players in their team. Some of them coming to the end of their careers. So I don't know what you're really trying to achieve with that. Ramos, yes, he's good. Messi's good, but we saw from the World Cup, if you want to carry Messi, you can't have Mbappe and Neymar in your team. You can't. It just doesn't work that way. And so it's just confusing how everyone else sees it, but they don't. And if they see it and still go, but here's the thing: if they see it and still go ahead with it, it's clear what their identity is. Is that they want to just sell shirts, expand their name across Europe? It has to be.
Nah, it is.
It has to be.
I think it is because I can't see past. How can you not see what we're all seeing? It's either you're blind or you're ignorant.
And yeah, if they thought having 3 superstars, but then Deadwood behind them, and guys are not known for working or carrying these kinds of players, they don't dominate football games either.
No.
Right? So if you have these kind of players and you have a team that dominate possession, whereas they don't have to defend, then great.
Yeah.
But the players you have at your back, and look, last year they had Idris Gueye. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to keep possession with those kinds of players.
Yeah.
Verratti, very, very good footballer. He has been for a couple of years. But how many games does he play in a season? Like 20.
Always injured.
And he's the only one you can really go to. They went and brought in Fabian Ruiz and all these guys. Doesn't play. They got Renato Sanchez. Doesn't play. They're in, they're out. They brought this Portuguese guy, Ventinha. All these
Garcia just doesn't know what he's doing.
You can't tell me there's an ID to that. You can't tell me there's an ID to that. Because now there's rumours that the manager's going to go. That's news. That's news. They're going to bring in someone else. Might win Liga. Not going to win the Champions League. He has to go also. What are they trying to do at that club? And it's about time someone perhaps come out and give us a clear plan so that we don't keep giving them airtime or keep being in their business. Plus, on top of that, right, wanting to start their business, you have Mbappe come out, say things that he's been saying this week, right? That, they're making promotions of him. Is he trying to tell us something? I have no intention of saying next year.
Pretty much. So, and not so many words, right?
How can you leave your own club? Kylian Saint-Germain. You can't leave,
right? Yeah. He's telling them, you're making promotions of me. I thought we agreed on something. I'm not here next year because we didn't win the Champions League, which is what I stayed for.
It's just crazy.
I don't understand why else you go on social media to do that when you play for a club like PSG. I'm sure there's various ways of dealing with that. So
they've given him everything he's wanted, financially at least.
Yeah, but bro, and this goes back to what we're saying here is that if the environment and what their vision is doesn't make sense, why would you want to stay? Especially if they've given you everything.
But then why did he sign that contract in the first place? I don't feel like they were gonna do anything different.
Money talks. Yeah, well, with the amount of money they've offered him, you'd be an idiot to turn it down.
Let me tell you something. I know sometimes you think, yes, he has his career ambitions. When you see zeros on the paper,
bro, and the thing is, this isn't make-believe zeros. These are zeros that will enter your account. Boom, one button is
and
inside.
other zeros, they have not confirmed to FIFA. You don't even know.
Bro, once the button's pressed inside the account, inside. So it's inside. I told you that. So when we talk about the Ronaldo thing, I was like, guys, me personally. You can talk about him wanting to win another Champions League. But the very moment that money... Listen, this week we've been hearing that one of the Saudi teams has offered Messi something nuts. The very moment that letter arrived in my inbox, I would have signed it and sent it straight back. Because, bro, that's money... Bro, I always say this, when it comes to football, every footballer knows that there comes a point where your career, you can't do it no more. So you're thinking not just about this generation, you're thinking about your generations to come. You want to build something and leave a legacy for them. So for me... If they gave me Mbappe, they said to me last year, I'd be like, yeah, but in the back of my mind, me. You know,
but the cheek for him to turn around and say, well, this isn't Kylian Saint-Germain.
It is. So Andrew made a comment,
They say he's the prince of France.
They come to a point in the career and they say, we can't do it anymore. I think you look at Messi, he's proven that he can still do it. given the right environment, right? He did it with Argentina. I think Neymar, despite what he's achieved, I still think that guy's still got a lot to give to football that he's holding us out on, and that's cheating us. Mbappe, at his young age, what apart from the Champions League that they want him to win, he's achieved most things in the game, right?
Bro, he's won the World Cup.
So these guys are in a point in their career where at 35, 36 or whatever old he is, and even Ramos, they can either go to America, earn decent money and play in the American League, or they can earn very good money and play in Europe and play Champions League.
And be in Paris.
Of course, yeah.
Be in Paris, be getting close from Jordan, be getting close from this, be getting close from that, having a nice lifestyle, going to Paris Fashion Week.
He can go back to Spain whenever he wants. I think other players go and play elsewhere.
100.
These guys, PSG's brought them in because they got big names and they can sell shirts and, you know, the global attraction that comes with these kinds of names. But ultimately, they're there to make money.
Yeah.
Messi.
Just on Messi then, so
Yeah, go on.
he gets booed on the weekend in the game against Lyon. He loses the ball, I think they said, 60 times in 90
record,
minutes.
isn't it?
Do you think he deserved to get booed by the PSG?
Well, whether you got booed or not, they got chained at Barcelona. So, bro, at the end of the day, look.
Are they too entitled?
No, do you know what? Let's be very honest here. Everyone thought PSG bringing Messi in, they're gonna win Champions League. That hasn't materialized. So now the fans are arguably, I think now. But listen, you know, in life, yeah, when something great happens, yeah, or something exciting happens, like them signing Messi, your euphoria blinds people. They're like, oh my God, Lionel? Oh my God, Lionel. Wow. Oh my
But did they forget that in the Champions League, just before he joined, he crashed out 8-2 to Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
What world were they living in thinking that he was going to...
I don't even think that's... I think the better analysis is this. When they last won the Champions League, Barcelona adopted a similar philosophy to PSG, where who was going to get him? No, we must get him.
Yeah.
Agent's going to get him. No, we must get him. They brought all these kind of players that didn't work.
Yeah, true.
So Messi could never win the Champions League.
Exactly. So
they brought him in the same environment. He's not going to do anything.
100%. So now, and the truth of the matter is, and I told you like this during the World Cup, the guy walks about most of the time, and then when he can get the ball in a decent area, that's when he does the. Yeah, so the fans are seeing that now. And the thing, I always say this to football, after a certain point in time, you can't kid fans.
True,
for example,
that's true.
Like I always think about Bruno Fernandes at United, especially when they were going for a difficult patch. The guy will do that press thing I told you about. He'll run and shaking around 4 or 5 guys, make like he's trying, and then be waving his arms, and the fans will be like, oh, he's trying. No, you can't kid fans no more.
Yeah.
Because everything, you can see everything on social media now. That, do you know what I'm saying? So they realise, well, the guy walks around most of the time and he's not really doing much. We haven't won the Champions League. We're not playing great football. Brother, why is he? You know what I mean? And they expected a lot of him, let's be honest.
I mean, he had a great first half of the season.
Since Messi hit the age of 30, he's always walked around the pitch. He's always walked around the pitch. So I don't think that's the thing. I think, similar to sort of what I was saying earlier, the fans are stood there thinking, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Exactly.
Losing at home to Lyon, we're out of the Champions League.
Exactly. Because they can't really argue, because Messi's always giving numbers.
Yeah.
His numbers are still decent for a 36-year-old.
Not bad, not as great as Ronaldo's, but anyway.
What,
This is what they say, but at the end of the day, Will, at the end of the day, you still got to get it done. And he's not doing it right now. That's why he's getting booed. So for me, it's very simple. This is what people say about Neymar. Neymar, He was sort of stuck in the middle in Brazil, came into Europe and done the same thing.
We'll nearly went weak again when I said, you know, that word, and I'm not going to say it. But
the truth of the matter is whether we like it or not, right now, he's not delivering. And the fans are upset about it.
I disagree with that.
So why did the fans boo him?
When you look at the numbers...
No. Why did the fans boo him?
Because it's like I just said, it's because they don't know what's happening at PSG. They're out of the Champions League. Okay, we're going to win Ligue 1. What's new?
Even that's not guaranteed
exactly.
now to be fair.
So they're booing him because he's not delivering.
No, but you can't boo Messi. You can't boo Messi for that because Messi's always giving numbers.
Exactly.
And Mbappe's numbers are good. In fact, Neymar's numbers this year are very good as well.
Neymar, until he got injured, was the best player.
Messi's numbers are good. So it can't be. Look, it's weird, isn't it? Because it's not their fault, but it is.
It is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they didn't decide.
No, it's not their fault.
It's such a weird conundrum to
Listen,
do.
at the end of the day, for me, they want more from him. He's not giving them the more that they want. And
Have
that's
a
why
word with
they
the
booed
chairman
him.
and the owners.
Only an idiot can buy a 35, 36-year-old Messi and expect more than he's doing for you.
Honestly.
Messi's been walking at Barcelona, guys. It's not news, this thing. Messi walking at Barcelona, it's not news.
What, did he give the ball away 60-something times?
If
in the
anyone
Farmers
can
League.
afford to do that,
In a
if
Farmers
anyone can
League.
afford to do that, it's Messi.
In the Farmers League.
And these lot have the audacity.
Innit?
Messi alone has a richer history than PSG.
Yeah.
Let's end it there.
No, that's fact. I'm not saying
Yeah.
they're right to boo him. I'm just saying I can only deduce that this is the reason why they're booing him.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he doesn't have to take this. He's been flirting with Barcelona. That's probably why they were booing him as well.
So then the question then, guys, is why on earth would Barcelona want Messi back? This romanticism of him coming back.
Because they want to give him the swan song. Yeah? They want to give him the... Bro, let's be honest. If someone was like to you, us three right now, what club do you think Messi will retire at? None of us in our wildest dream will say PSG.
No.
He's going to go retire with the Catalans and have his name up in lights and have the send-off that the legendary Messi deserves. This is what it's all about. And so for me, remember, I said that. I said, he's always going to go back to Barca. He's always going to go back.
I think...
And you think Barcelona fans are stupid? They heard him getting booed out at the weekend. So they said, okay, tonight in El Clasico.
Well, wait until he starts losing the ball 60 times.
Oh, that's when they'll even chant.
They never say anything to Messi.
Messi.
But I think Barcelona also, to go back for Messi, is telling me they've not moved on.
No, they haven't.
You have to move on.
Of course.
But
If you
There's
bring him
no
back,
buts.
yeah,
There's no buts.
How can you move on from the guy who is Barcelona?
Nah, you could.
But so here's the thing, eventually you need to though. 'Cause
Exactly.
even if you bring him back, he's
gonna
going
go.
to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
So
what's
don't
the
bring him
point?
back.
What's the
Don't bring him
point?
back. He's going to drain your finance because Messi's not going to move for
Bro,
players.
the reason why Barca haven't offered anything.
Before he left, giving those crocodile cries that I would have tried everything to stay there. Yes, you could have played for free.
Exactly. But you didn't.
You're rich enough, you could have played for free, but you didn't.
This one I was reading, they were saying that Barca haven't offered him anything because they're still trying to clear it financial fair play with the league. So
Listen, I think it goes back to Argentina, man. You know what I think? I think he should go to Argentina.
Really?
They've been tough on him, and he's won them back now. They've never really seen him play. You see what I'm saying? They've only seen him in Europe. He left there as a kid,
yeah.
and he's not played. I think it's just only right that he goes there and plays.
What, Boca Juniors?
I think for the love of football, let him play for every single team in that league. Every game before the season ends. Every game he goes and play for another team.
Okay, look at this rubbish.
Only Messi should be afforded that.
Okay.
I think we've had enough from
Guys, listen, to sell tickets, that'll be brilliant.
Oh,
Interesting.
it will take that league through the roof. And that's why America are so desperate to get him. But he might end up with the Saudis. That money's not a joke, I'm telling you. And sometimes it comes to a point where you stop thinking about yourself and you think about the ones to come.
Well, yeah, so these guys are acclimatized to sort of like a certain lifestyle that must be maintained.
Well, I'm telling you.
His outgoings is $6 billion a week. He's gonna keep that going when he retires.
$6 billion a week.
So, guys, if you have any thoughts on PSG, where they are right now, where they're heading, should Messi go back to Barcelona? Does Barcelona really need Messi back? Let us know on our social media handles. But that does it from the Front Three podcast, and we'll see you soon.
There's only three wise men.